Hello, welcome back to the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends to the time and the period that you're gonna be watching this amazing video. Today, guys, it has just been raining just in the morning, and we had just been planting some of the maize back in the garden. And here where I'm just heading to is just in the riverbank, where I'm just going to bed at least, but for reasons, I had just been giving some cows some napier grasses to eat, but back here in the village they have really been plowed some gardens, and the other side these are some of the cassavas, and it's the road pathway from my home village, and just this is the place where I'm just heading to. On the other side is to my uncle's place where he is just making some bricks. Let us go and see for a little bit, guys. Look, these are some of the gardens, guys. They have really been plowed. Now they only need to put some seeds here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Be part of my journey, guys. Please subscribe onto my channel if you haven't been subscribed. Take me to 1,000 subscribers and everything will be okay. As usual, if you haven't been subscribed onto my channel, please subscribe. I'm just in the village, just vlogging. Greetings to all people whom we are just learning to within Bungoma. I'm just greeting Anthony. I'm just greeting Sifuna and the entire of the team of the NYS people. I'm just greeting you and entire of my subscribers, all of them, and other people whom are just still watching this amazing video of today. Welcome back, guys. Here is towards my uncle's place. He has just this a wheelbarrow of just putting some bricks from outside. These are already bricks which they have already been made and they have been dried up. You know, he has already been putted some soil here, loam soil, and is ready to be made of bricks. And this the entire of the bricks which they have already been made around this place, you see. Now here there are two different people whom are just doing this amazing job. I have my young brothers on this other side, and towards the other side is my uncle whom has just been created a job to someone, just making for her some bricks. Not that he cannot be capable of just doing some bricks, but he is capable. And that's why, because of more jobs, he had to give some other people also the job. And these are some of the other bananas of my uncle. See, look. You know, when the garden is for the first time to come upon this garden, when you have just planted some bananas onto this place for the first time, you know, for the first time they are just bringing out some fruits. Very, very good, you see. And the garden is always clean as usual. Be part of my journey until to the end. No cornering, no AI. No cornering, no AI. On the other day, on the previous video, guys, I showed you I just brought some materials back at my home. Like I'm in need of just building, you know. I'm sorry, guys. To see, on the other side here, these are some of the firewoods which they have been ready prepared for just burning some bricks on the other side, so that it can be ready to sell. These are some of the chair which my uncle comes and always settle here like this as he is just relaxing on his job site. And at any moment he's gonna be building around this place. You see, I'm also working hard to build my own house, and I can just live as good as well, and everything gonna be okay, guys. You see, you know, I can pass at any place at any moment because I'm part of this family, and that's why nobody can just tell me, why are you just passing this way, why are you just coming this way. You see, you know, some of the shenanigans which have been happening just in the village, like people are just doing homosexuality onto the other people's, and this is the reality. If you haven't been watching the previous video, go and watch, and you're gonna be knowing what I'm just talking about. Here we are, guys. I'm gonna show you on what I'm just progressing here in the village. Yeah, this is a goat. On the other side here, this is a white goat. I bought this goat at the time when it was my happy birthday. When I see this goat, I remember my happy birthday. It was on January 4th, 2001. That's when my happy birthday happened here in the village. I was just in the village. It was on Sunday, I remember. This year, it was on Sunday, January on 4th, January. I remember it was my happy birthday. I bought this goat. And I bought a white goat because it brings peace, joy, and harmony unto myself. On the other side, I have this goat. This goat, I bought it when I was just at NYS after I had just passed out. All the training that I have just overgone, I had just bought this goat and it's brought 2 kids, but one of them died. It has just been eaten some of the corns of the maize, and then it split it onto the stomach, and then the waste could not be capable of just coming out. Now it has only remained with one, and the one which has just died it was almost to give birth, almost to the same to her mother here. I have said, guys, this goat I bought it when I was just after the paramilitary training, after I have just done the graduation of paramilitary training. I bought this goat for remembrance, and that goat is for about my happy birthday, which I have just done it back here at my home. And this is the only fruit which I have. On the other side here, we have some other calves. I have told you no AI, no editing, guys. On the other side, I have some calves. These are some of the calves. I've just come out from cutting for them some napier grasses because right now here it's too dry. It's only that yesterday the rain just at night, and that's why at least it looks somehow. Now grasses, they can start now growing. Look, these are some of the calves. On the other side here, we have some of the cows also. They are just drinking. They are also eating some napier grasses around here. You see, guys, very nice, very nice. At least it can uplift their stomachs and other things, guys. I'm just taking my things which I'm just going to use to bait just in the river, guys. You see, on the other side here, we also have other cows here. This is a bull, a black bull, which represents the colorful of the African people. And this is the other cow, also represents peace, harmony, and other things here in Africa. Here we have another goat. This goat is for my mom. And it also have two kids. And I doesn't know where are the kids, but the kids were here, by the way. Me, 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 me. Oh, yes, this goat here, it gave out also 2 kids. One of the kids is here. Guys, you can testify on yourself. One of the kid is here. And another kid is on the other side inside here. They are trying to graze out because their mother have no enough milk. As we are just still progressing, I'm just going to take you to the place where I was just, at least, I was just planting some maize. It's just near the river. You know, when you're gonna be found here in the river, people, they are just thinking of bad things, but you have to accept everything, the challenges and the other things, guys. Let's see, guys. On the other side here, guys, the way we are just going, I planted some of the trees some years ago because it reaches at a point where you have to know where your boundary it reaches. You know, my dad was just quarreling with my uncle one time. Now about the land. Now I decided after they have just known where everyone is supposed to reach, I decided to plant this all over the trees which we are just looking on this line. You see? all over the way, even we are just heading, I decided to plant some of the trees in order for them, even they can just be helpful unto me. Before we go this way, before I show you this way, guys, let me show you this way. My dad has just given some people job work here to make this forest, to make sure that this all over this area here is clean, as usual, as you're gonna be see. This is a small forest of my dad, which is just trying to keep it up. Korovoke, that is the greetings in East Africa, Kenya. Mbuyore, agichin siku, anonde, toranganganangorangora. Aye. This is a place where my dad has just given some other people to be coming and working. You see now the forest looks at least somehow clean, instead of even some snakes living inside and other things. We have to appreciate for all. You know such things when they happen here in East Africa, we have to accept. And this is everything, guys. This land was just bought with my grandfather of my father when he was just working at Sony Sugar Company some years ago. Now some other people, they are just coming here and they are now pretending that they need this land. And then we told them, no. There's no any kind of a land which we are just going to have, because it's the struggle of our grandfather. But one time, when my grandfather wanted to buy a land in Kisii, people of Kisii refused, and I doesn't know why they refused, guys. Here we are at the point where we were just planting some maize. We just planted from yesterday all over this place, you see. And then we came to the other side all of this place was we planted yesterday. I will show you where we planted just this morning. You see, we have to do some of the furrows here in order for the water, when it comes, it's gonna be passing all over this place here. You see, at times, when we are just trying to work hard, and then some of the people in the village, they are just seeing on how you are just struggling on yourself, even to plant some maize and other things, in order for it can make you at least to be sustainable onto your place. Some people, they always think stupidity onto their mind, and we always say let them continue talking and everything gonna be okay as well as usual, guys. Here is the place where we planted just in the morning. I came around 6:30 to this farm to plant some maize. You see, it's for today, guys. You're gonna even be testify on yourself. For today, we all have planted from the other side on the top place there, coming downwards until to the river end there. We came upon to that place where there that big tree is the mark to the land to my dad. From the other place of the tree there, coming towards this way, until to the place where you are just seeing the sisal on the other side. This is the I can't say the length, of this garden. You see, and on the other side, my dad is having a place where you can just fetch water and also drink. Here in the village, you can just get everything that you are in need of. You see, this water is just being provided with this tree of my uncle. And then, after this water has just been provided, it brings out clean water of just drinking. No clean water like this can just be found at any place. People, they come from the entire of the other places, like Nyabuhanse, like nearer to Ayamara's Maisha's farm. They always come here to fetch water for drinking. We have also a banana here around the river. We have also a banana here. It's just a cooking banana. I told my dad, like, I need my dad to give me all over this place in the entire of this river, so that I can be working. My dad told me just finish first the school, and then I will just give you here in the river, because when you live, when even I give you here in the river, and yet you are not here, whom are you just going to leave to be working for you? So I accepted, because I want to plant here the bananas around this place. I need to plant some bananas, eating bananas, because when you see to the border Kenya of Tanzania here, it's a little bit far. When you see to the entire of Nyabohanse, not eating bananas which are just being found there. I have to start a little bit some business around here, like for a little bit some cooking bananas and other things which are just massive onto this place, you see, because people here, they can't be capable of just stealing. And when I'm gonna be getting some money, I have to fence all over this place, so that some cows, they can't be capable of just coming inside here. You know, my dad started planting these arrowroots. You see, he wanted these arrowroots to take water from down, at least this place to be somehow to be dry up, because water retains at this place. You see, these are some of the arrowroots which my dad has just already been planted. Remember, these arrowroots, they are just helpful when you have some sugar. You have some sugar onto your body. It's helpful when you eat, when they are being cooked, dried. It's helpful unto people who are just suffering from sugar. You see, you know, yeah, we have to plant some maize inside the arrowroots in order for them to grow, because arrowroots, they can't be capable of just affecting some of the maize around this place. Let me show you guys. When you see, here is for Martin Kiza KE. When he has just fenced around this place, all over this place, he is just trying to say that he is just going to build around this place inside here. You see, on the other side is for Ayamara's Maisha farm. You see, these grasses were planted nearer to the river bank, because when water it comes, it can't be capable of just taking soil from the other side, making the river to be huge, and yet we haven't been planted some of the grasses. Now we decided to plant some of the grasses in order for the river, it can be as narrow as usual as it was. Let's see. Now guys, you know, when such things are just being happening, not everyone can just appreciate for everything, guys. For my dad, when they were just doing some of the places where the landmark where they have to reach, guys, I came up, I planted some of the trees around here. You see, going towards on the upper side, look at this huge tree where it has just been reached. This kind of a tree where it has just reached, even it's God's grace. Now this is gonna be a landmark, and we're gonna not be removing some of the trees around this place, because it marks the place where our land reaches of my dad, from this place until to the other place where I've just shown you, where the sisal is just being seen on the other side. You see there, and this everything, guys. Now when this on the other side here, my uncle, when he comes with some of the cows to plow, now he always removes my trees, and I doesn't know the reason why. I planted the trees from down there in the river, going towards until to the upper end where I have just shown you the trees which are in one line. I was with the other boy whom was just passing all over there in the napier grasses there. We were just planting some of the trees here. But when I came back, I have not been found any kind of a tree. Only one tree which is just at least healthy, but it marks the landmark of this place. From this place to the other end there, is for my uncle's place, where he is just working to plant some of the maize around this place. You see, he had not been plowed at this moment, but at all he gonna be plowing and try to make such things to be happening. Oh my living gods, these are some of the bananas of my grandmother. You see, we call him to show. When my grandmother needs to eat a banana, we come and cut here, we go and ripe the bananas, and then our grandmother eats something that we call fruits. My uncle decided to push some of the soil to this harrow to make it to be one garden. When water it comes, it retains inside here. He gonna be even planting some of the arrowroots, and everything gonna be okay. You know, some earlier stages, some years back, my uncle was just planting some arrowroots around this place. You know, as long as when some of the grasses have just started been growing up to be big, now people they lose like something like hope of just planting something where they were just planting in earlier stages. And we have to, when we have just come back at our home, you know, we have to plow for our grandmother's garden here, and we leave it to be as green as usual. We can't be capable of just comparing our energy and energy of our grandmother, because it has reached us at a point where he cannot be capable of just working. We have to work in order for everything to be as okay as usual as it can, guys. You see, this place, you can be capable of just doing such projects like planting of maize, planting of arrowroots and other things, but people that are just giving out, some of the people, to give them a little bit some money, they can't be capable of just working in order for them to have something to eat today and tomorrow. And when you see, yes, of course, the sun was there, the place was too dry, but when you see such things here, this place has just been plowed when the sun has already been overhead of us. We can't be capable of just doing this and this. Now, he is just already preparing the place to plant such things, guys, nearer the Maisha farm. Let's see. Oh my living God. This is the progress which is just being done here in the riverbank. Nursery management, nursery management. These are some of the tobacco which is just being prepared around here in the village to go and be putted in some of the farms, so that everything gonna be okay as usual. Everyone has his own hustle here in the village. You see, they have just put in some CN and other things around this place. But when you see this kind of here, now they are just trying to remove some of them here and putting on the other nursery bed here. Do you know about nursery management in agriculture? Maybe in primary or high school. You see? Now these leaves, they assist some of the tobacco from evaporation. We have something that we call evaporation. Not water to be resistant unto the sun. The water only to remain back in the soil. When this tobacco has just become in a maturity way, they bring it on the other nursery bed. You know, you have to, and doesn't know the process, guys. If you have learned agriculture, maybe let me see in the comment section. See? Because this nursery bed is too full. Now they are just waiting for it to be prepared to be planted again. Now they have already been prepared another nursery bed here to bring in the smallest tobacco on the other side. The way they have just done it around this place. Here, where I am, I'm still to my uncle's place. You know, they were born of four boys and one girl. And me in our family, I was just born of one boy, 4 girls. doesn't know what's the reason, guys. You see, this is the river. It's being used by neighbors around this place, coming to wash some of the clothes, some coming to bathe in the river, coming to do such things here and there, and everything comes grateful. This is the mining of sand on the other side. Yeah, the mango tree has just been burned. Maybe there was something like a snake inside. You know, something can't be burned as if there's nothing being found inside here. Let's see. Look, guys, at my uncle's place. Look, guys, at my uncle's place. I'm so happy today. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy today. Oh, guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Take me to 1,000 subscribers, and I will always appreciate at all. Here I'm just back in the village. This is the garden which was just being bought by our grandfathers from some years ago. All over this is the entire of the garden which was just bought by our grandfather some years ago. But we do appreciate for her presence and everything the way it is, guys. I go by the name Brando, guys. Whoever doesn't know me, I was just born in the family of 5 children. I am the only boy in our family. And my young sisters, they are just preparing to go back to school to continue their studies back in the college, the way I am just studying also back to Bungoma. We are just trying to pursue on our dream each and every day, and everything gonna be okay as usual. I know it's not an easy situation, and also I don't take it for granted. Whoever takes his time and watches my video, it can be 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I do appreciate at all. If you haven't been subscribed and you are a new viewer onto this channel, please subscribe unto me. And I do appreciate the retaining subscribers each and every day. Continue taking me to where I'm supposed to be, and I will always appreciate. Whoever have any kind of advice, let me see in the comments. I do not take for granted for short comments which I'm just getting, and also having a word of encouragement and to the people's mouth whom they can't be capable of just writing some words in the comment section. Thank you for watching this amazing video. Let us meet in the next video. I'm so happy today. I'm so happy. I'm so happy today.